All right, we are moving forward, aren't we? So we are now going to add the last two condition. We are going to add the y, right? So I'm just going to copy this and paste it again. And this time we're looking for the y. And I am going to say that if it's bigger than minimum y, sorry, not minimum y, maximum y, then in the y direction we are going to do something. Right. Now at this point you can do two things. You can either do something like this. You could, like you could do else if and then do the same process. Or we could do something called else. So if none of them are true, right? If all of these conditions are true, like false, if this one is false, then go to the next one. Check that if this one is true. If this one is not true, go to the next one. If this one is not true, go to the next one. And if neither of these are true, then we are going to always execute this. So that is what else do, right? If checks for a condition, and else if checks for another condition if the previous condition was not true, and it keeps going. And when we are using else, that means when none of the other conditions are true, this block will be executed. Okay, it's not going to care about any condition. It's just going to execute if none of them are true. It's not a good idea for this purpose, but I'm going to show you how to do it just for example purpose. So just gonna paste it, and we can do it like this way, and this is going to work perfectly. I hope so. Working, working, working. Awesome. So now we have a complete movement code with a bound. And what have we learned till now? We have learned a lot about some of the core things about all the coding language. Like we have learned how to define variables. We have talked about how we can use conditionals. We have seen that how we can like combine multiple conditional, right? For this example we are using um, and we have also seen that how we can use multiple different conditionals, and like if none of them are true, we can use the else condition as well. So we have seen all this, and we have also talked about some of the basics of Unity's functionality. For example, we have seen how transform.position works, what is a vector, and how can we add up vector and take away stuff from the vector and things like that. So yeah, it's been a really good journey, but it's going to be really exciting from this place, because now we're going to actually work with actual graphics. Till now we have been using some sort of rectangle. Doesn't make much sense because we are making a space shooting game, not a rectangle shooter game, right? So the next tutorial we are going to start taking some sprite and we're going to add up them into our game. So I'll see you in the next lecture.